COP16 conference is very important because it's important for global leaders to really learn about how climate change is affecting countries differently throughout the world. My name is Sarah St. John. I'm a volunteer at the Canadian Red Cross and I'm part of the youth movement. Before coming here, I didn't really know what to expect. I was looking forward to the opportunity of learning about how global negotiations work and about what are some of the major issues in terms of negotiating agreements on a global level for climate change. Now that I'm here, it's even more complicated than I thought it would be. I think climate change is such a huge issue and countries have so many different concerns that 2 weeks is not enough time to come up with a strong global agreement. The Canadian Red Cross has, at least in the lower mainland region in BC, has a lot of room to grow in terms of climate change action. We mostly focus on awareness in youth conferences, but I think we can do more to really focus on how climate change is affecting people across the world. So why are you selling things for nothing?
That's what our governments are doing. They're not putting a price. I mean, they're putting a price on things like our future, which isn't able to be priced. Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit about what the Pan-African Justice Climate,
Alliance is it's a coalition for civil society in Africa who are working on the same goals as us on climate change issues. We have focal points from all over Africa, the national focal points in 43 countries. We have 300 networks all over Africa. We are working on climate justice. We want climate justice. Yeah.
How does your organization define climate justice?
Climate justice means that we should have equal rights on everything, on the use of the space, on the use of energy and all that.
Are you satisfied with how the negotiations are going so far, or what is the main issue you think needs to be addressed?
No, they have not gone so far. We are yet to hear what the outcomes are. Yeah.
I think Canadian youth in Canada can do more to learn about the impacts of their actions on climate change at a global level. Especially in the cities in Canada, we're not seeing huge impacts of climate change. We're not having to adapt to climate change, so it's really easy to forget that the choices that we're making do have a big impact on the rest of the world. And so I think we can do a lot to increase the awareness in Canada about climate change issues and really get the youth more involved in making more responsible choices to deal with climate change and to prevent climate change from becoming worse in the world.